Hello, this is Mary Martin Selby, your HR director. COVID-19 has certainly changed many of the ways in which we do business. Leaders are supervising some employees that are working remotely for the very first time. In some instances, this has presented challenges with maintaining employee productivity and morale. This PowerPoint briefing, entitled Supporting Remote Workers During the COVID-19 Pandemic, is designed to address issues confronting leaders who are supervising employees that are working almost exclusively from home and offer a few useful tips. While teleworking has been an indispensable tool for many of us in recent weeks, allowing us to continue offering services to our citizens, it hasn't come without challenges. It is easier for employees to feel connected when they are in the office. Communication with coworkers is just more organic. Also, employees can just walk down the hall and talk with their supervisor if they need to. Working from home without the face-to-face contact may lead employees to feel isolated and disconnected from their work units. Many employees have also faced other distractions during this pandemic. One distraction may be trying to care for and educate children while also trying to work. The pandemic has added more stress to people's lives. They may be worried about a family member contracting COVID-19. There may be financial stressors, and the nightly news can bring about a level of anxiety. These are distractions that we are all faced with, and we must manage in a healthy way. Believe it or not, work-life balance can suffer when employees work from home. It can be harder for employees to unplug. Employees may be checking emails continuously or working on a project late into the evening. This is okay on occasion, but there should be a balance or separation from work and home. Please ensure that non-exempt employees are not working beyond their scheduled hours without supervisory approval. Also, encourage exempt employees to maintain a healthy balance. When working remotely, it is harder for employees to collaborate with coworkers and talk with their supervisors. This may result in a decline in employee engagement. Lack of face-to-face communication may also result in misunderstandings because remote communication is not as effective. As leaders, we have to make sure appropriate follow-up is occurring with our employees to ensure good communication exists. Leaders need to communicate as often as possible and in as many ways as possible. Employees should be encouraged to call coworkers when working on projects and not just communicate through email. Please remind your staff to pick up the phones and reach out to coworkers to keep positive communication flowing. Microsoft Teams has a great call feature. Studies have shown that employees who work in teams are generally more engaged than employees who work alone. So leaders, consider assigning projects to a team, and this could be a team of 2. This will help employees to collaborate and communicate with each other in a telework environment. Please continue working with IST to ensure that your staff has access to the technological tools needed to get the job done. IST has done a great job supporting our workforce during this pandemic. Consider meeting more often with your staff. If you typically meet monthly, perhaps you should consider having staff meetings via Microsoft Teams every 2 weeks to help keep employees engaged. Remember to allow a portion of the agenda just to check in to see how employees are truly doing. That's right, socialize. Encourage staff to share one funny thing that happened to them during the past week. Laughter is good for the soul. Employees need to connect with their coworkers in a social way too during this time. And guess what? You need it too. Consider scheduling video call meetings instead of teleconferencing. This way, everyone has a chance to see one another during the discussion. Face-to-face meetings on Microsoft Teams can feel awkward at first, but push past that awkwardness and encourage your employees to do the same. It will get easier. Don't be shy. Remember, none of us has seen our hairstylist, barber, or nail technician in weeks. It's truly okay. Just like when you are in the office, let employees know what the goals, objectives, and expectations are during this time. Brainstorm creative ways to get the work done. Monitor employee progress. Focus more on results and less on when the work gets done. As mentioned previously, some employees may have to work after they put the children down for a nap or put them to bed for the evening. Flexibility is key during these unprecedented times. A few closing reminders for you to share with your staff. Employees should have a dedicated space for work. Having a room that can be used solely as an office is the preferred situation. However, if a room is not possible, it is important to have a dedicated space in a room that is used just for work. Employees should try to maintain a regular schedule. Keeping a regular schedule is important in helping to stay productive. However, it is important to recognize that the schedule will not likely be the same as when the employee was in the office. The schedule should be regular, but not restrictive if the employee has additional obligations, such as having children home during the day because of school closures. It is not physically or mentally healthy for an employee to remain focused on work all day without breaks. At least every hour or so, employees should get up and move around. Taking a walk during the lunch hour may also be helpful. If an employee worked in the office, at the end of the day, they would stop work and go home. The same should happen when employees work from home. They need to stop working at a particular time, not engage until the next day, if at all possible. This will help with work-life balance. Encourage employees to ask for help when needed. Encourage communication among coworkers. Remind them to reach out to their supervisor or manager when they hit an obstacle in their work or need to adjust in their work priorities. Receiving help from the team is part of being a good team. Everyone needs encouragement, but particularly during the times we're in now. Let employees know they're doing a great job and that you're here to help. In closing, feel free to contact me or any member of the Human Resources team for more information on supporting remote workers during this pandemic. Employees should be encouraged to reach out to Guidance Resources, the county's employee assistance program, if they need confidential help or counseling during this time. Remember, stay healthy, stay safe, and let's stay connected.